think what you guys need to know, what I'll bring is we're going to play really, really hard. We're going to love really, really hard. That's loving ourselves, loving the community, loving the program, and being about Miami University.
First and foremost, welcome. Glad to have you here in Oxford with us. 7 years at High Point as head coach, 8 years total at High Point, North Carolina. What made this job and this time the time for you to come back to the Midwest and Miami University?
Yeah, there had to be a special school to take me away from High Point because they've been really good for me. But Miami is a special place in itself, and I think obviously being so close to family, I've been away from my family for 13, 14 years now. So obviously that was the first draw, and then the MAC conference is the best mid-major conference in the nation. So to compete against the Buffaloes in Ohio, that's so intriguing. It's going to be challenging, and obviously you want to play the best. So the MAC conference, just being at home, all of that really, played into the decision to move here. But I think also the fact that Megan Duffy did such a great job of really establishing the program, I think it's in a really good place. And so I'm just trying to take her momentum and carry that on and sustain that success.
You mentioned, getting closer to home. Your mom and sister were here with you today in the press conference, and talk a little bit about that from Kokomo. And you went right to school, right to coaching. Played in the pros for a little while, but you have been moving for 13, 14 years in a row. I mean, as far as away from the Midwest.
Right. That wasn't the plan. That was not the plan. If you would have asked me as a high school kid, I was going to stay 4 hours close to home, within 4 hours. Richmond tricked me into getting on a flight and flying out to the East Coast, and I fell in love with it out there. And, one thing led to another, just following my mentors and really good people. But now the opportunity has arisen to get me home, and I think you can only sacrifice so much for so long, so it's really nice to get back.
You talked about the momentum that this program has built, particularly over the last couple of years. I know you met with the team before your press conference today. Talk a little bit about that discussion and how that went first time meeting your players.
Yeah, I think obviously they're driven and they're hungry, and I think they've gotten a taste of what success looks like now over the past 2 years. But I think they know that, and I know that, and we're going to work really, really hard to sustain that success and to enhance the program. And obviously everybody wants a championship, so that's the conversation. But more so than that, we got to get to know each other, and I think more than anything, they got to know that I care about them, and they have to trust me, and vice versa. And until we can start working hard, I got to get that in place first. So really the conversation with them was, we're going to take this next 3 weeks to just get to know one another, to really care about one another and trust one another going into that summer session.